Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 15th of July 2019. We're going to reflect on Matthew 10:34 to 11:1. Listen. Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And one's foes will be members of one's own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever does not carry up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Whoever welcomes you welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. Whoever welcomes a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive the reward of the righteous. And whoever gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple, truly I tell you, none of these will lose their reward." Now when Jesus had finished instructing his 12 disciples, he went on from there to teach and proclaim his message in their cities, the gospel of the Lord. My reflections often get criticized because they are tough. But the reason they are that way is because Jesus was tough. Just look at today's reading. "I have not come to bring peace," he says, "but a sword. I have come to turn a man against his father and a daughter against her mother. One's enemies will be from one's own household." And then he goes on to say that anybody who loves father or mother or son or daughter more than him is not worthy of him. And if anybody wants to follow him, they got to be willing to die. How do you expect me to present this? By telling you that Jesus was exaggerating and didn't really mean what he said? I'm not going to do that. And I know that you don't want me to do that because you're tired of all the sugar-coated, watered down, corrupted rubbish that people are feeding you and want the real stuff. And how do I know what you know? Because there are now thousands of people who read these reflections or watch them every day. You want the real stuff, so watch the real stuff. What did Jesus mean? Simply this: if you, as a practitioner of another faith, had an encounter with Jesus, then you would want to follow him. This would antagonize your family members, which is not really surprising. Brought up in the faith of your ancestors, they believe in what they have been taught, and believing anything else is apostasy. Apostasy often merits punishment, which may include shunning, excommunication, verbal abuse, physical violence, or even execution. We know that to be true. So following Jesus can set you up in opposition, very hostile opposition with members of your own family. So who do you choose? Your family or Jesus? With Jesus, it's an all or nothing proposition. He makes it very clear here. He says that if you follow him, you got to carry your cross. Carrying a cross is a euphemism for death, which basically implies that if you want to follow him, you got to be prepared to die. And at whose hands? Perhaps the hands of your own family members. Now, if you think I am exaggerating, just Google the number of people who have been ostracized because of their beliefs or put to death. The number is in the thousands, and in the early days of the church was in the hundreds of thousands. Most went willingly because they knew that, just as Jesus said, those who find their life will lose it, but those who lose their life for Jesus' sake will find it. Tough, yeah? But that's Jesus, not me.